You are listening to the Loida Lewis podcast, hosted by Loida Nicholas Lewis. She's a trailblazing businesswoman, leader, philanthropist, and the widow of Reginald F. Lewis, the visionary leader who was the first African American to build $1 billion company. With unparalleled determination, Loida Lewis has not only excelled as a successful attorney, but also shaped a billion-dollar empire. Following the untimely passing of her husband, Reginald F. Lewis, she took the helm of TLC Beatrice, carving her legacy as a successful business leader. Be inspired and learn from her as she shares her wisdom, the secrets to her success in both business, in love, and in life. Let's live, love, laugh, and learn. With your host, Miss Loida Lewis.
Welcome to the Loida Lewis podcast. And today, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the first Filipino nominated for the Golden Globe Award and the BAFTA. And she is no other than Dolly de Leon. Welcome to the Loida Lewis podcast.
Hello, Tita Loida. So nice to meet you finally, and thank you for welcoming me here to your podcast.
It's my honor. I was so thrilled to have you for you to have time today.
Of course.
Yes. Now, our audience is multinational, so they may not know you're being from the Philippines.
Okay.
So I just want you to tell them your background, where you were born, what made you decide in your childhood, or maybe when did you decide that acting would be your career?
Okay. My name is Dolly. Hi, everyone. I was born in the Philippines, born and raised. I still live there. I still live there with my children. And I first was bit by the acting bug in school. I was in school I was in grade 4 or 3. We were doing a little skit in the classroom, and I just fell in love with it when our teacher made us do a little role playing of me being a daughter and having a scene with a family. And since then, I've always been very much into acting. I joined the drama club, the glee club, the dance club, all the art clubs I joined when I was in school, and eventually took it up in college as a course, theater arts in UP. And that's when I started doing it professionally while I was in school in UP.
So you made the decision that that's going to be your career.
Yes, that's when I decided.
So what was it that made you say, I like to do this? When you were a grade 4, that was what, 10 years old?
I think I was about 12 at the time. I grew up in a household where my mom was very strict, and we weren't allowed to, I wasn't allowed to cry. So anytime I felt bad or if anything happened that made me feel bad, I wasn't allowed to cry. My mom would always tell me don't cry. And when we were doing that scene in school, and the skit that we were doing, the scene was I was supposed to cry because my mom, who was being played by my other classmate, supposedly passed away in the scene. So while we were doing the scene, I started to cry, and then I realized while it was happening that, wow, this kind of feels good because I'm able to express myself and I'm just able to be myself. And that's when I realized this is what I want to do. But at that time, I didn't know that it was something I can do as a profession. I thought it was just something you did for fun in school. It was when I was in college when I realized.
At the University of the Philippines.
Yes. That's when I realized, okay, this can be made into a profession. I can make a career out of it.
Yes. Can you tell us what were some of the things you did in UP, in the arts, play,
well,
theater?
When I was in UP, we were trained under Tony Mabesa and Jose Estrella, and I did several plays. I did some plays by Wilfrido Maria Guerrero. I did plays by Harold Pinter. I did Old Times. That was my thesis. I did Waiting for Godot. I played Estragon and Pozzo. I also did The Merchant of Venice, Shakespeare.
Which one? You were Portia?
I played Portia, yeah.
Okay, for those who have all the things that she's saying are all classic and major characters. Portia of Merchant of Venice.
Yes.
Right? Waiting of Godot, there are 2 characters and you were one.
Yes, that's right. There are 2 main characters and then 2 supporting characters. I played one of the mains and one of the supporting characters alternatingly. Yeah, and I also did I also did The Tempest. I played Stefania, and Romeo and Juliet. I did Juliet, not the full play, but just an excerpt which we entered in the British Council speech contest where we won for that one, for the balcony scene.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's Romeo and Romeo. Where art thou?
Yes, exactly.
Yes. So can you tell the audience, do you have, in order to create that a character, you were taught how to become that character? Can you just explain what training did you have, or what do you do in order to be the character?
Well, primarily we start with studying the script. So we all just sit down and read the script together and with the director, and the director gives us notes, and we discuss how the character should be portrayed and how we should approach the character. And then we do, that's when we do scene studies, when we actually walk and actually perform the scene with each other in a rehearsal space. And that's when a lot of the discovery happens, when we talk about how we should approach the character, how we should approach the scene, and rehearse it over and over again for about 30 days or a month. And it's through the rehearsals where we discover how to actually play the parts.
How to be authentic
Yes.
at the part. Yes. So after graduation, you said, this is my career. Can you just tell the audience how did you join? How did you become a regular actor?
When we were studying in UP, we were working students. So while we were, going to classes, after classes, we would go to tapings and shoots. Because that's where talent scouts would find actors in UP itself, and we would do that. So I would do shows like Maricel Drama Special, Palibasa Lalaki.
Those are all TV specials, television.
Yes, Filipino sitcoms, and I would also do soaps, teleseries, and because of that, because we would do it as a sideline while we're going to school, eventually it stuck, and I ended up doing it all the time, like on a permanent basis. Even when I graduated, I would always do teleseries and sitcoms and some movies.
And can you just tell the audience what were some of the sitcoms? Because I know you as a dramatic actress, but you were also in sitcoms. Sitcoms are, comedies.
Yeah, so Palibasa Lalaki, that was one. Home Along the Riles, that's the one with Dolphy and Babalu. And we also did Body and Soul. And those were the comedy shows that I did. The drama anthologies were Maricel Drama Special, and Palibasa Lalaki. That was another one that we did. And shows like that. Yeah.
Thank you. So for all those listening, at that time, Dolphy and Babalu are very famous comic characters.
Yes. The Dolphy is actually considered the king of comedy. So I'm honored to be able to work with him.
Mm-hmm. What was it that, how would you describe him?
Oh my gosh, he was the most charming, nicest, kind, friendly human being. And it didn't feel like he was this big star, because he treated us like, like he was a normal person. He wasn't acting like, like he was this king of comedy. He was just being very nice. And I even asked for his autograph. I remember asking for his autograph, and he was very nice about it and very humble and always smiling. I'll never forget that. Wonderful, wonderful man. Yeah.
Right. Yes. So that, I think that's part of his success also.
Yes. His
that
humility.
And I think it's also very helpful. Very charitable.
Yes, and he didn't let the success get into his head. He was a very down-to-earth actor and human being, and I think that's what makes him legendary. It's who he was as a person, not as an artist. That's what makes him special.
Okay, so for those listening, so those who are in any kind of profession, your character and the way you deal with people is really what makes you outstanding.
Yes, that's true. Because no matter how much talent you have, talent can only go a long way and talent can go away, but your kindness and how you deal with people, that's, for me, that's paramount. That's very important. At the end of the day, we're all human beings and we want to be treated as
Please listen to that, everyone. Listening. At the end of the day, we're all human beings. So that's what's important. Your own character.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, what brought you to so your very successful career in the Philippines. What brought you to the United States?
Actually, I didn't have a very successful career in the Philippines. I wasn't very successful. I was always waiting for jobs and I was always playing bit parts and small roles until this happened. The Swedish production of Triangle of Sadness sent their casting director to the Philippines and they held auditions there. And I auditioned for the part and luckily I was chosen and that started everything. After I did Triangle of Sadness, I was...
Could you just give a little more example? It is a Swedish company?
Triangle of Sadness is a Swedish film. It's written and directed by a Swedish director, Ruben Östlund. And it was co-produced actually by a US company, a German company, and a Scandinavian company. So it's co-produced by 3 different countries, but it's primarily a Swedish production, which we shot in Sweden and Greece. And it was supposedly an independent film, but it was a very huge independent film. And it was so huge indeed that we were brought to the Oscars. Our film was nominated for Best Picture. And Ruben was nominated for Best Director for the Oscars.
And is that also where you were nominated Best Supporting?
No, I was nominated for the Golden Globes and the BAFTAs. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So tell us a little bit of how it was being in Europe, being with a director, Swedish director, and other and American, the other actors.
That was it was, I think, the best experience of my professional life because it was my first time to work out of the country, my first time to work outside of the Philippines, and to experience that kind of work environment where everyone was so professional and everyone cared about each other, and it was a collaboration, a team effort, and we were all working in this, and we were doing it during COVID.
During COVID, 2020.
Yes, 2020. And we would have COVID tests every week. We weren't allowed to touch each other, to hug each other, to kiss each other. The social distancing was very strict because we were working in a bubble and we didn't want anyone to get sick. And you know what? None of us got sick.
Wow, thank God.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was great. It was a great experience because it was my first time to work outside of the country, my first time to work during the pandemic, my first time to work with a Palme d'Or winner because at that point, Ruben Östlund had already won a Palme d'Or for The Square.
He's the director.
The director and writer of The Square. So it was a really magical experience for me. It's one experience I'll never forget, especially because he would make us do up to 80 takes.
80 takes of one scene.
Of one shot. Not even scene, one shot. Because sometimes one scene requires multiple shots, right? So one shot he would do up to 80 takes.
Wow. So how do you maintain the energy or the emotion?
Well, he's really good at pumping us up. He's really good at motivating us. First of all, he starts with a gong. He has a really huge gong that he bangs with a stick, and it really energizes us. And he's always like, okay, everyone pay attention, everyone put your phones down. So no one on set was allowed to be on their cell phones, no one was allowed to be chatting or whispering or anything. Everyone was supposed to be focused 100% on what we were doing. So we really felt like each take was really important, that we would really do it 100% because of the way it was. Really Ruben Östlund, his demeanor, the way he led us is really what inspired all of us to perform optimally. Yeah.
Okay. I love that. Okay, for a leader, okay, energy, you express that, and everyone is demanded to be there present.
Yes. The leader really has to be an inspiration, and Ruben was an inspiration to all of us. We really looked up to him for encouragement and approval, and he never gave up. Every take, he would always keep going and going until we got it. Because I experience sometimes when you're in a film set, sometimes directors, they tend to give up. Meaning like, oh, that's only up to what they can do, then let's leave it at that. With him, no, he would never quit. He would keep going and going until we got
Until
it.
he got the exactly reaction.
What he wanted, yeah.
Wow, a perfectionist.
Perfectionist, yeah, such a perfectionist. But I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot to be creative, to be resilient, to be adaptable, and to just go with the flow and trust my own instincts.
Okay. Very important. Listen to Dolly de Leon, because that is what it takes when you are in a situation. All right? Thank you. That's excellent. Excellent. All right. So from there, you went to another series.
Yes.
So can you tell about the Nine Perfect Strangers?
Nine Perfect Strangers. So Nine Perfect Strangers was a show we did for Hulu. Which we shot in Munich. I was there for 6 months.
6 months? You were away from your family.
I was away from my family for half a year. But it was a wonderful experience. It was my first ever series to work on outside of the country. And we were well taken care of. They really took good care of us there. All our needs were met, and we were able to really work, in the best conditions ever, because production really took good care of us, and we were all like a family, living together for 6 months. And I got to play Agnes, a character who I fell so madly in love with. Agnes is a former nun, so she leaves the convent, going through some kind of crisis of faith, and she goes to Masha's retreat house. That's Nicole Kidman's character, to find answers to why she's going to such a crisis, and Masha helps her through that process. And it was my first time to ever play a former nun, and it was a really gratifying and very rewarding experience.
Well, tell them, how do you become, a nun who left the convent and now is in a setting? Could you just explain what is that Nine Perfect Strangers?
Oh, okay. The show Nine Perfect Strangers is really all about a wellness spa that is run by Masha, Nicole Kidman's character. And the reason why it's called Nine Perfect Strangers, because for each time, she has 9 patients who come to her wellness spa.
They don't know each other.
They don't know
That's
each
why
other. Yeah, they're all strangers. And they find healing through her method and through the relationships that they build among each other. That's why it's called Nine Perfect Strangers.
Yes. Yeah. Well, wonderful. How did you get cast? Did you also have an audition, or they just identified she's good for this character?
They got in touch with my team and invited me to be a part of the cast. Yeah, so I was luckily enough handpicked to play that part. I was really lucky to be able to get that part. And
so somebody saw you. You didn't even have to go through an audition. They said.
I think they watched the film Triangle of Sadness, and then that's where they.
She would be perfect for Agnes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. So that's Nicole Kidman. Oh my God, she is like up there in the stratosphere.
Yes.
So what was your feeling when you first met her?
When I first met her, first of all, I was in awe of how stunning she looked. She's really tall, and her skin is like alabaster, beautiful skin. I found her really stunning. But I was not intimidated, because she had this warmth about her. She had this charisma about her, which made it easy for me to just feel right at home with her, and she made us feel very comfortable right away since day one.
That's terrific. Yeah. How about the other 8?
Oh, the other 8. I fell in love with all the other 8. Annie Murphy, who from Schitt's Creek, Murray Bartlett from White Lotus, Henry Goulding from Crazy Rich Asians, Christine Baranski, who is a legend, King Princess, Macy Richardson Sellers, Mark Strong, Lucas Englander, I fell in love with all of them. They're just such a wonderful group of people.
Yeah, and that's for 6 months you were all together.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Really wonderful.
so from your saying, you almost became a, you have good words for them. So it was after 6
Yeah.
months you became like fraternity
Yeah, I
and
think we're like
sorority
lifelong
brothers.
friends. Yeah, lifelong friends with them. Yeah.
Yes. What scene in that Nine Perfect Strangers would you say was the most that took so much from you?
Oh my gosh. What took so much from me was the scene in the confessional booth where Agnes is talking to God. She thought that she was talking to God inside the confessional. There was no priest in the confessional,
I see. Okay.
but it will be revealed later on that she was actually not talking to anyone. No one was actually there. And that took a lot of from me because it was a highly emotional scene, and highly emotional scenes really take a lot from me. Especially since I didn't have anyone with me in the scene. It's just me alone. So that made it even more challenging. Yeah, that was the scene that was really difficult.
Yes, yes. From the little, extra film that I saw, there was one scene where all of you, 9 of you, were in a grave. Is that part of the scene? In a it's as if you're going to be buried. Is that part of it?
No, that I think that's season 1.
Well.
Yes, that's season,
Season
1.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's an incident where
Yeah.
they were all in a ditch.
Okay, and that's part of the healing process
that
or
was
something.
like one of the methods of Masha to heal them. Yeah, yes.
Yes, wonderful.
Yes.
And is that so? Now it's on Hulu. Everyone, okay. Season 1 is being
Yes.
shown.
And-
So how
and-
many seasons all in all?
It's 2 seasons all in all, 9 episodes, and that's it's also on Prime Video.
Prime Video. Okay, for those listening, please take note. It's on Prime Video and on Hulu.
Yes.
9 Perfect Strangers with Dolly de Leon.
Yes.
Yes. So now, after that, how did you come to the U.S.?
I'm here now because I'm shooting another series. It's called Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed. It's with Apple TV. That one I auditioned for that part, and I've been here for a month and a half already, and we're shooting 10 episodes.
Okay, so it's also television,
Yes, Apple TV.
Apple TV.
Yes, it's a streaming platform. Yeah, a
and,
series.
And it's a series, so
Yes.
meaning to say episode 1
To 10.
to 10.
That's right.
Yes. Okay. And so can you just tell the audience you auditioned for it, for what part will you have?
I
there?
auditioned for the part of Detective Gonzalez. So I played detective, guys. I've never played a detective in my whole life. So I was so excited about it because I just like the idea of, the weapons training. We have that weapons training.
You had to train.
Yes, and we also had how to sweep a room, how to get how to sweep a room to see if there's a perpetrator. I love that, and I love that to live in that world of make believe. That's very unique, a profession that I've never done before. Yeah, and I'm working with Tatiana Maslany. She's our lead, and who is an actress that I've admired for a long, long time now, and it's a dream come true for me to work with her. So yeah, this is a really special series that we're doing. I'm here until November. We're shooting it for 3 months.
Yes.
Season 1.
So you're away from your family. Could you tell the audience your family,
Sure. My eldest is 29. Already. My second is 26. My third is 25, and my youngest is 12.
Wow, 4 children.
4 children, yes.
My goodness gracious.
And they all live with me, which I love.
And are you a single mother?
I'm a single mother, yes.
Wow.
Separated 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I'm happier now, Tita. I'm happier now that I'm separated.
Yes. Because there's no divorce in the Philippines.
That's right. There's no divorce in the Philippines.
I think
None.
we're the only country.
I think so.
Yes, in the whole world.
In the whole world?
Yes.
Shame
First,
on us.
around 10 years ago, Cuba and the Philippines are the only ones.
Oh my
And now
gosh.
Cuba approved a divorce, but not the Philippines.
Wow, I
Yes.
didn't know that.
Yes. Well, it's good and bad. Yes.
Why is it good?
Good in the sense that the first wife gets all when the husband dies.
Aha. Good for the first wife.
That's it. But anyway, that's the Philippines.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So since they're all grown, they were able to accept you being away for 6 months in Munich,
Yes.
and now here.
Except for my 12-year-old. But she's fine because she has her sisters and her brother who are there. And because of technology nowadays, I can call them up anytime. And we can talk to each other anytime. We can FaceTime.
Yes. So you're not. So you're really in touch.
Oh,
again.
yes, I am.
And they
in
can
touch
see
with-
you.
Yes, all the time.
Very good. That's great. Now, you were nominated for a Golden Globe. Golden Globe are members are foreigners, foreign press. Okay, looking at the movie.
Yes.
So, can you just tell how was that? How did you get? What was your feeling when you got nominated, and then for what? What
wow.
film?
Oh my gosh. For Triangle, I got nominated for Triangle of Sadness. It was surreal. I couldn't believe it. I mean, when I did that role, I just did it because for me it was another job. It was just work.
You were what? What character were you?
Abigail, I played a cleaner, a toilet manager, a worker in a yacht who ends up shipwrecked on an island with a bunch of rich people who don't know how to survive. And my character is the only one who, because I'm Pinay, I can build a fire, I can cook, I'm self-sufficient and I'm strong. And I basically help the other passengers of the yacht survive because of my skills
Wonderful.
as a Pinay. And Ruben Östlund really wanted to cast a Pinay, a Filipina,
Yes.
in this part.
So everyone, please watch that movie.
Yes,
Yes.
it's on Amazon Prime. It's on Prime Video.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes, and it was a shock. I didn't, especially the BAFTA. I didn't expect the BAFTA at all because the BAFTA has been one of those award-giving bodies that I've always followed. I've really always respected their taste. So to be part of that,
To be nominated by BAFTA.
together with Carrie Mulligan and Hong Chow and
Hong Chow is the one. Give me a.
The Whale, The Whale and Downsizing, and The Menu. She has a lot. Now she's gonna be in Wuthering Heights. Yes, there. And Jamie Lee Curtis.
Wow, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes, to be
Terrific. Yes.
together with those,
Being nominated together
what
with
an
them.
honor. Yeah.
Yes, wonderful. BAFTA is British.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, it's a British award ceremony.
Yes.
So not only was she nominated by the Golden Globe, which are foreign press people, but also by British
Right.
press people.
Yes, it stands for British Academy of Film and Television Awards.
So
BAFTA.
that's great. Okay, this is from Don M. Filipinos in many industries are known for being a first. What is it like for you, and how will you move forward in your career, carrying this mantle with you in your future work?
Don M, I love your question. First of all, eventually I plan to produce, and when I say produce, I want to produce Filipino stories. I want to share with the world our stories and cast Filipino actors. And that's, for me, that would be a dream come true. To be able to work with Filipino filmmakers, Filipino actors, Filipino talents here in the US and also in the Philippines, and share our stories with the world so that the world can get to know us better.
Wonderful. Yes, watch out for that. It's going to happen. Now, this is from Sheena P. Who is an A-list celebrity you'd like to work with and why? Both in Hollywood and in the Philippines.
Sheena P. Oh my gosh. I've been dying to work with Olivia Colman. Okay, I love her. I love Olivia Colman. Any interview and all interviews I am asked this question, I always say Olivia Colman. I adore her. Daniel Day-Lewis. Of course, Meryl Streep. I mean, come on, that's a given. In the Philippines, I want to work with Jody Santa Maria. I've never worked with Jody Santa Maria.
Is she the one on Be Careful with My Heart?
Yes, she's the one. And Ate V, Vilma Santos. I've worked with her once, but we were not in a scene together. So I would love to work with her so that we can share scenes together. Thanks for your question, Sheena P.
Okay. Wonderful. I hope they are listening.
Yes,
It will happen.
I hope so.
It will
Yes,
happen.
Tita, I hope you're right.
Yes. This is from KT. If you could choose any dream role, whether in Hollywood, the Philippines, or on stage, what would it be?
A dream role for me would be All About Eve. That's a film that Joan Woodward did many years ago where she played multiple personalities.
Yes.
Yeah.
An old film, 1940s.
Yes,
Yes,
that's right.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very demanding.
Very demanding. I
Yes.
think that I want to give myself that kind of challenge. I wanna test myself and see if I can do it.
I think she had what, 5 personalities?
I think so, something like that. A lot. Yeah, she had a lot.
All different.
Yes.
Okay, great. So this is now from Cara T. The film industry can be harsh. Have you ever experienced unfair treatment or discrimination as a Filipina actress? And how did you deal with it?
Karate, luckily enough, I have not been treated with what's the term she used?
Discrimination.
Discrimination here.
Or unfair treatment?
Luckily, no. Luckily, no, not here. I think that because we are protected by SAG, that's not allowed.
SAG is an it's a union.
It's a union, Screen Actors Guild. So we are protected. We are protected by the guild or by the union, and we are provided as actors a direct line to human resources where we are given their email and their cell phones where we can report any such activity. So no, it's never happened. Thank goodness. Everyone has been great here, but discrimination has happened in the Philippines. Discrimination in terms of not because of race, but because of your hierarchy in your position in terms of fame and your tenure in the industry. So I've experienced, because I've always played a bit parts in the Philippines, I've experienced being not so kindly treated by big stars.
Okay. Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes. Good question, Karati. Now, this is from Angel N. Has there ever been a time when you felt like giving up on your career? And what kept you going?
Hi, Angel, and many times in the past, I've actually thought of giving up probably 3 or 4 times. It reached the point that I wasn't getting any offers anymore, and I was really having a hard time putting food on the table, paying for bills. It reached the point where our electricity at home was cut off. But my daughter, my eldest, Lucia, told me na, no, Mom, you just have to keep doing what you're doing because this is what you love. And if you stop doing what you love, you're not going to be happy. You're going to be miserable. So just stick to it and keep doing it. I listened to my daughter. She was 17 at that time, and I listened to her and I stuck to it. Thank goodness I did, because if not, I wouldn't be talking to you now, Tita.
Wow, such wise advice at 17.
Yes.
Yes.
She's wiser than me until now. I mean, she is. Yeah. She really is. She's wise beyond her years, and I'm glad I listened to her.
Okay. So for those having friends or relatives who are ready to give up when you know that's what they want, be like her daughter. Keep going.
Yes.
Keep going, Mom.
Yes. For as long as you're still getting opportunities, for as long as you're still getting offers, keep doing it. Find other sources of income in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. Were you able to?
I was able to. Tita, I had like 4 or 5 different jobs at
really?
the time. Yeah.
Can you just tell some people?
I was a party host. I was a party manager, children's parties. I was a proctor for the nursing entrance exam for here in the United States, but here in the Philippines, CGFNS.
Okay, proctor means you see to it that nobody's cheating.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then I also sold some insurance, and I sold some real estate. And at some point in time, I also worked as a cashier at a bar.
Okay. So everyone, please, okay, she's a well-known actor, but whatever it needs to do, she did. All right? So look at all of the different jobs she did on the side, or maybe that's the one that's giving food on the table. So good, get a job, any job.
Right.
Thank you.
Any job as long as it's legal.
Yes. No. Very important. It should be
Yes.
not under the table.
Right.
Okay. Always stick the straight line.
Yes.
The straight and narrow. This is the last one from John
Okay,
L.
John L.
If your life were a TV series, what would the title be and who would play you?
Wow. Oh my goodness. If my life, John Ella, your question is so hard. I like it. Definitely, who would play me? I'll answer that first. It would be someone who will audition for the part, because I believe that any actor to play me should not be someone famous. It should be some unknown person who is very talented so that they can portray my life story in the most realistic way possible. Title? Delicious.
That's great. Delicious. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. There you have it. Up close and personal, the inimitable Dolly de Leon. This is the Loida Lewis podcast. Let us live, love, laugh, and learn together. Thank you. Thank you, Dolly.
Thank you, Tita. Thank you so much.
Salamat for sharing.
Salamat rin po.
The Loida Lewis podcast, hosted by Loida Lewis, is produced by the creators of Over a Glass or Two, Jesse and JV, executive produced by Laura Nicholas Olace. Rate and review us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for a chance to be featured on a future episode. Have a question for Miss Loida? Just email us on askloidalewis@gmail.com. Your question might make its way to a future episode. Subscribe on all major platforms to never miss a beat. Thank you for listening to the Loida Lewis podcast. Let's live, love, laugh, and learn together